Watch out. There it goes. We're live. Got it?
Got it.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, you know what I didn't do?
What?
Oh, yeah, it's on there.
Turn the cameras on?
No. The cameras are on. They're, no, this down here I was looking for. It's going to bounce in between two images. Why is my George camera not working? There we go. There we are, Mike. See?
Right.
No, there. On the screen.
Oh, there we are. I thought we went somewhere.
No, we didn't go anywhere.
I don't think, Brett.
All right.
Right.
Everything's rolling.
Yep.
Watch your mouth. Don't make fun of my outfit.
I'm trying to see it. I would never make fun of you. Well,
Can I have this?
yes.
Oh, Jesus. I almost tipped the coffee over.
Yeah.
That would not be good.
No. Dump in your chicken cup.
Yeah. Chicken cup.
Right?
All right, here we go.
And now for something special. The unit is self-contained with its own saddler, farrier, wheelwright and so on. It's a rigorous training dished on who know all there is to know about horses, and it brings results.
We take you behind the scenes now to show just some of the interesting aspects of this training.
Welcome back to Equine Dynamics with Mike Stine, the #1 award-winning podcast. Let me start that again.
I thought you knew what you were doing.
I did up until that point. Let's try that again. Delete. I know, everything's all
Let me
green.
get a sip.
Yeah, get a sip there. We'll start right from the top again.
And now for something special. The unit is self-contained with its own saddler, farrier, wheelwright and so on. It's a rigorous training dished on who know all there is to know about horses, and it brings results.
We take you behind the scenes now to show just some of the interesting aspects of this training.
Welcome back to Equine Dynamics with Mike Stine, the award-winning #1 podcast to create sound of horses from the ground up. Mike Stine is a registered journeyman farrier with an APF 1 accreditation. On this week's show, Talking Terminology, we're going to talk about the caudal heel pain. We also have a case study of a horse named Peter, so get on board right now over on the YouTube channel. And also discussions of making shoes out there in the field in a pinch. All this and much more will be discussed here on Equine Dynamics with Mike Stine. And over to my far inside is Mike Stine. How are you?
I am doing good. Travis, how are you today?
Doing all right. Are you doing all right? Are you doing good? Are you sad because I'm going away for 2 weeks?
I am brokenhearted.
I'm going away for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm brokenhearted.
I know. Well, it'll be all right. So we're doing this show, and then myself and my wife and I are going to take a 2-week vacation, travel all across Europe, and then come back and continue with the show here. So now's your chance to go back and get caught up on all the past episodes that you might have missed over the last couple of weeks or so. So, Mike, how are you? You said you're good. You feeling good?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Is your red blanket working well for you on your back?
Yeah, it's working good. Up, back, front, side. You know.
Are you using your Thames unit?
Not at the moment.
No, not now. So I don't have that buzzing sound.
No.
The buzzing sound that I hear is just you normally humming.
My normal
there.
buzzing.
Okay. What's been going on with you? Anything new? Anything exciting?
Well, I've had a couple of the farriers working with me some.
Okay.
And we have had some discussion about some regular get-togethers.
Like barbecue get-togethers or like clinic barbecue or clinic get-together type deals?
Working on skills.
Okay.
And it's like one of them is fairly fresh out of shoeing school. Another one is getting ready to go to shoeing school. And there's a couple of guys who've got a few years under their belt who I have been talking to lately. And, I've got a lot of shop equipment as far as like blacksmithing. And, of course, years of whatever. And it doesn't hurt me to bone up and polish up on some skills. It's good for me. And hopefully I can share a few things back and forth, and everybody has done some stuff a little different.
Are you going to videotape this collection of farriers?
I hadn't even thought about it, but possibly.
That'd be a great thing to put on the YouTube channel. And don't forget, for every podcast we do, we're actually live today. This is our first live feed. We figured out what the password was to get in Mike's account. I had to, act of Congress to get the password, but we figured it out. We got it. So right now, from now on, we're going to be live. Not the whole entire show, just the first segment of the show. That way, you guys can watch the first segment, see how things are going on, and then come back later and see the whole entire video all in itself. So I know little snippets, little bits and pieces at a time that you guys can enjoy. So if you videotape this, Mike, we can put it on the YouTube channel and you can see it, and we'll dissect it up. And if it's an hour long, we'll dissect it up in one big hour long and then a couple 5-minute segments, and so they can kind of skip around to it and stuff. So that's a good idea. If you need some help with that, just let me know. I got all the equipment and stuff that you need. I have the tools. I will travel type deal.
Okay.
One thing that I have come across here lately. Now we're starting to get in the spring.
Right.
And we are going on a 2-week vacation.
Yes.
So, as you know, we have Cayenne and Dominique here on the property.
Right.
And so my dad lives with us, and he's 79 years old, and he can't move a whole lot. And what's making the whole entire trip kind of tense right now is my wife is, for the first time, is going to have a horse sitter here on the property.
Right.
For the 13, 14 days that we're gone. Normally we have the neighbors. The neighbors will come over, but we're only like at a jump for like 2 or 3 days at a time.
Right.
This is the first time we've actually hired someone to come on the property that we don't know. Now, she came recommended to us. So she came highly recommended to us from Brett, the trainer. And so we met her, and she's just this little thing. I mean, she's probably 100 pounds soaking wet. But between her and her husband, I guess they have like 8 different horses, and they have a whole property of cattle and all this stuff. And this is what they do. This is their job. This is their quote-unquote.
Right. There are people that have turned that into a side hustle or a main hustle or somebody's hustle that will you need some, it's not bad to have somebody laying eyes on them and knows something about dealing with horses.
And that's what my wife was worried about. She was so worried about, the neighbors can come over and say, okay, well, the horses are moving around.
It's like they're upright.
They're upright. They're doing their thing. They're eating. I put food in. I come back the next day. The food's gone.
When I'm starting to get a little colicky, they'd probably miss it.
Exactly. So now we have... My dad's going to do the horses in the morning because he always drives around the property and kind of just picks up little things and odds and ends, feeds the chickens and whatnot.
Right.
And then feeds the horses. He can kick the hay into the stalls. He can't physically pick up hay or do anything like that. So he'll kick the hay, open the door, kick the hay, shut the door, and then dump the food in their bins, which is right inside the gate there or inside the barn door or the stall door. And then that would be it. He wouldn't go out there and check on him. He wouldn't stick his nose out there and look to see if anything's wrong.
We didn't have power feeders where you just push a button, you can do it off
Sure.
do it off your phone.
We're not there yet, but they do have those. So now we have this.
I've had a client that has doors that they can open automatically.
Oh, really?
Yes, I do.
Well, that's fancy town.
They can they get horses that have a limited turnout where they can push a button or set a timer,
right?
And it's time to open up, where the horse go out. Then they go to do their evening feed and get them up.
So my wife has hired this person to come over, and she is more relaxed now because this person is a horse person. This person will put hands on the horse, to make sure that there's no cuts, there's no bruises and stuff. Now, she might be really, really meticulous like the first 2 or 3 days and then realize, hey, these horses are pretty docile. They're not going to get into fights or anything.
Right.
They get along fine out there in the pasture.
Well, I mean, they've been together for a while.
Yes,
so.
they have. Over 8 years together, the two of them. So they're fine. But it's...
I mean, Cayenne doesn't usually give the mare too much of a bad time.
No, not at all. And for for those of you new to the program, welcome. Cayenne is a miniature pony, a miniature mare, and Dominica is probably about 17, 18 years old, and so they get along out there good. But now my wife can relax. She can enjoy the trip. We have cameras everywhere, so at any given time, if we have
the only real headache she's got with the trip now is, me
basically, and me sitting on this 8 to 9 hour flight in those seats. So hopefully we'll have enough room to move around. And
yeah, I mean, she's going to be dealing with a 6-year-old, but, you know.
mentally 6 years old. All right, guys, we got a lot to get into, lots to talk about. And if you're not over on YouTube right now, jump on over there. You can see the full-length podcast over in video form over there, completely unedited, deranged, and you can see all the different pictures and stuff that we have here. We got a case study of a horse named Peter. Mike's got a bunch of different photos, so it'll be fun had by all. Is that what they say? Is that what the kids say? Fun had by all?
Sure.
Okay, so
we'll go with that.
Stick around. You're listening to Equine Dynamics.
Which kids say that?
With Mike Stine. He'll be right back. I did not put the photos in order, so I hope there's no real big order to them. It didn't look like there was an order.
There's not a real order to them.
Yeah, it's just like a front picture, a back picture, and then all the different hoofs.
Right.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Sure, we'll run with whatever brought to the track.
Okay. Talking terminology?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Welcome back to Equine Dynamics with Mike Stine. Don't forget, you can join the podcast. The way you can do that is go to equinedynamics.com. At the very top of the page says join the podcast. A little orange bar. You click on that. Opens up a microphone on your device. You can speak right into it. You can be part of the show. Your voice can be heard right alongside of us here in the studio. We broadcast every Monday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, a little town we like to call Marshville. So your voice can come in here. You can ask Mike a question. You can say anything you like about the podcast. You can mention anything about my trip. You can mention anything that has been going on in Mike's life as well. And you can be anonymous too. So you can
you know anonymous?
I do know. I know many anonymous people, so they get their voices in here. So do that right now. Jump on over to equinedynamics.com. Join the podcast. And over to my far hand side, my very own anonymity guy is Mike Stine. How are you?
I am doing good. How are you doing today, Travis?
I'm doing all right. You seem bummed out. Now, don't be bummed out because I'm leaving.
How could I be not be bummed out while you leaving, huh? Think about it.
I asked you before the show. I said, "What are you going to be doing while I'm gone?" And you said probably just sitting in the closet crying.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'll miss you so much.
Yeah. So, and we're live right now on the YouTube channel, so check us out over there as well. All right, so talking terminology. This is a part of the show where we define words and phrases that you might hear in the barn from your dentist, your chiropractor, your vet, your trainer, or any of the barn workers you may see or come across in your path while you have a horse, or if you're just interested in terminology in general. So this week we're talking terminology. We're talking about the caudal heel pain. So what do we mean by the caudal heel pain? That's C-A-U-D-A-L, pain.
Not cattle, caudal.
Yeah, caudal pain. I can't even say that word either.
Right.
So, now look at that.
Spam wants to talk to you.
Yeah. That's a European number.
European spam wants to talk to you.
So what do we mean when we talk about caudal heel pain?
Caudal heel pain would be pain in the back part of the hoof.
Okay.
Okay. I know when I worked for Doc Mansman, we had a lot of horses come in with assorted problems because it was a clinical situation. Myself, I was working there. Kurt Van Ord was working there. Doc was working there. Dr. King was working there. And we were just purely doing hoof problems with horses. But, back in the 80s, navicular, a sore in the back of the foot is navicular, right? Run hoof testers across it, get a sore pressure on the frog, whatever. Oh, it's navicular. Well, the thing is some of those are not. And if you're running hoof testers on a horse, and different states have different laws on that, and if you are, be extremely careful with them because you can inflict too much pressure. But all I can say is I'm getting a response here, right? And if it's in the back of the foot, it's the caudal part of the foot. So it's pain in the back of the foot is what it amounts to. Because as far as diagnosing anything past there's pain in the back of the foot, does it block out? Does it, does anything show up in an X-ray? And the thing with some of these horses that are called navicular horses, there are some horses with some very clean looking navicular bones that have a lot of pain. So is it more soft tissue, bursitis, tendonitis, ligament problems, something along those lines, or is it true navicular? And I've seen horses with some ugly X-rays that you never made flinch, and they never had a problem with it throughout their careers. Might have been, had a horse had a cyst in the middle of the navicular bone that they tried to sell for a long time, a couple of times, and she kept getting turned down because of the X-rays. But that mare never was lame a day in her life.
So on my handy-dandy cheat sheet here, the definition I have of the caudal heel pain is sometimes called navicular syndrome. Affects the back of the hoof. Horses with this syndrome often have a short, choppy gait, resist turning, and tend to land on toe first. Now, I thought horses land on toe first anyways, no?
No.
Like the front when you see them? Maybe, I don't know.
No. In an ideal stride. If you want to do an extreme collection, like almost trotting in place or something, it's impossible for them to go heel first. If you see a race horses that are opened up, really stretching their stride out, if they land a toe first, they'd cut a flip. But in an ideal world, with good extension, enough extension, you'd want them coming in on their heel and then rolling into the toe. These horses that are toe stabbing usually are shortening their strides up. And there's a little more going on with the body than just the foot, but they're trying to protect the back of that foot and not land on it. And that goes with one of the reasons we're talking about horseshoes today, which that one's under the seat of my truck.
You can go out there and get it during the break.
Yeah.
I'll go out there and get it for you.
So anyway, figuring out what you can and can't do with them, but I have people with horses land perfectly flat. Slow walk to an extended walk, the foot's going to land a little different. A really slow jog to an extended trot, the horse is going to land a little different. A canter to a full-out gallop, the foot's going to land a little different. So, I have people, it's supposed to land dead flat, and some of that has to do with bone column alignment, swing in the air, everything else involved. And can they get their back up? Can they move their pelvis under? Can they move their shoulder under? And your horses that are navicular will probably lock up in their shoulder. They'll be braced, they'll not get full range of motion, which will shorten their stride. And then you go back on the stuff Shannon was talking about with, with the nerves in the shoulder and all that. Is part of it.
Now, is this a fixable item through shoeing, or is this a fixable item through body work and what Shannon was doing with the massaging and chiropractic? Not that she's not a chiropractor, right? No, but with the body working and dealing with the shoulder and everything, is it a shoe issue or is it a combination of both?
It is a saddle placement issue. If you're trapping the shoulders with the saddle, it is a rider position issue. It is a training issue. It is a hind end issue. If the hind end is not coming through and pushing the horse, picking the horse off the front end, they're going to hit hard.
Now, that's the first time I've heard you say the term, it's a training issue. Normally, it's either a physical thing, whether, like you said, the saddle, the rider, the shoeing, things like that. When you say it's a training issue, is it the trainer? Because a lot of trainers' ears just perked right up and said, "No, it's not me."
Right. It all flows down. It's all the farrier.
Yeah, it's all the farrier. It's all their fault.
But no, I mean, with dressage to get true movement, there are horses where the head is overridden and overflexed, and if they're broken at the pole and the neck is not flexing like it should, the body's not going to work right. And some of that, horses get locked into that position because of trying to move there too fast, trying to use hands more than the body, working through the body of the horse. And, true collection, the horse picks itself up and pushes into the bit. There are too many I run into where it's pretty obvious that, well, that's what we're doing, but the way the horse moves, the bit has been pulled back into the horse. And if they're pulling the bit back into the horse, you're going to get, a false extent. You may get a lot of leg movement in the front end, but if you watch that timing between front end and hind end, it won't be there.
And that should be a sign of a good trainer and a mediocre trainer. I don't want to say a bad trainer because I can't do it.
I don't think it's ever done intentionally.
Right.
And there's some problems with horses' conformation and everything else that plays into it. How many angles do you want to play into it? Because we can come up with 500 of them real quick.
That's season 16 that we'll talk about all that.
Right.
All right, guys. So stick around. We got a lot more to talk about. This is where we're going to cut the live stream off. So you can see the full-length podcast over on Mike Stine's YouTube channel. Just search Equine Dynamics Mike Stine over on YouTube. See the full-length podcast over there as well. So stick around. We got a lot more to get into, and we're going to talk about a case study of a horse named Peter, and that's when you can see the photos and pictures over on the YouTube channel. So stick around. You're listening to Equine Dynamics with Mike Stine. He'll be right back.
I have dug through the truck this morning. I don't know where that thing got to, but it's in the cab.
Okay, don't worry.
Have you ever seen the cab of my truck?
Once.
I'm sorry.